In the heart of Visalia, California, a rock band named Necrochade was born, their music as enigmatic as the shadows that inspired their name. 4 talented souls, each with their own story, came together to create a sound that would soon captivate people far beyond their small-town roots. Grim Bones, the bass player, was a handsome figure with an air of melancholy about him. His undernourished frame belied the strength of his musical prowess, his fingers dancing across the strings with a haunting precision. Despite his great talent, a sadness lingered in his eyes, as if each note he played was born from a well of deep sorrow. Beside him stood Grave Howler, the guitarist whose upbeat demeanour contrasted sharply with the band's sombre name. Handsome and charismatic, Grave had a way with both his instrument and the ladies. His riffs were as electrifying as his smile, and he brought a spark of life to every performance that balanced out Grimm's sometimes brooding presence. At the forefront of the stage, Bella Darkheart commanded attention with her enchanting beauty and mesmerizing voice. As the lead singer, she wove tales of love, loss, and sober realities into every lyric, her words touching the hearts of all who listened. Bella's presence was a force of nature, drawing the listener into Necroshade's dark world with each haunting melody. Behind the drums sat Phantom Pain, his young, handsome features often hidden behind a curtain of hair as he pounded out rhythms that seemed to echo the beating of 1,000 hearts. Despite his powerful performances, Phantom was known to be easily startled, his eyes darting nervously between his bandmates and the crowd, as if expecting danger or death to leap from the shadows at any moment. Together, these 4 prolific musicians created music that defied categorization. Their songs spoke of an often dark human experience in all its complexity, touching on themes of love, fear, hope, and the struggle to find meaning in a world that often seemed devoid of it. As Necroshade's popularity grew, so did the whispers of their potential. Friends and fans alike spoke of them as rising stars, their unique sound a breath of fresh air in an industry often criticized for its lack of originality. The band's songwriting prowess set them apart, each new track a carefully crafted journey through the landscape of human emotions. One night, after a particularly intense performance, the band found themselves sitting in a dimly lit club, exhausted but exhilarated. Grimm pushed his barely touched plate away, his thin frame a testament to his struggle with nourishment, both physical and emotional. Grave, ever the optimist, would soon be regaling a group of admirers with tales of their latest song creations, his laughter a stark contrast to the sombre atmosphere that often surrounded the band. Bella sat quietly, her eyes closed as she hummed a new melody that had been forming in her mind throughout the show. Phantom, still on edge from the adrenaline of performing, jumped at every clatter of dishes from the kitchen, his drumsticks tapping out a nervous rhythm as he waited. While sitting there a little later, a young fan approached Bella Darkheart, eyes wide with admiration. "Your music," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "It kind of helped save my life. I was in a dark place, but your songs, they gave me understanding and even hope." The band members heard about what was said, the weight of the girl's words settling over them. On that night, they realized the true power of art and music, the responsibility they held in their hands and voices. Grimm's eyes softened, a rare smile gracing his features. Grave's usual bravado gave way to genuine humility as he gave Bella a bit of a hug. Bella had reached out and squeezed the girl's hand, wordlessly conveying understanding and support. Even Phantom seemed to relax that evening, finding courage in the knowledge that their music had served as a beacon for others. As the night wore on, Necroshade began to see their journey in a new light. They weren't just making music, they were creating a lifeline for those adrift in the sea of human experience. Their songs became more than just melodies and lyrics. They were vessels of reality, hope, understanding, and connection. The band left the club that night with renewed purpose. They knew that the path ahead would be challenging, filled with late nights, grueling recording sessions, and the constant pressure to create. But they also knew that every note they played, every word they sang, had the potential to touch a life, to make a little difference. As they drove back to their small rehearsal space in Visalia, the members of Necroshade felt a shift within themselves. They were no longer just 4 individuals pursuing a dream. They were a band together, tasked with sharing their truth and music with the world. And so, as the sun began to rise on a new day, Necroshade prepared to face their future, armed with their instruments and the knowledge that their music was more than just entertainment. It could be a lifeline, it could create meaningful understanding, it could be a comfort, and a call to those who needed it most. The rock and roll story of Necroshade was just beginning. The world was waiting and hopefully ready to listen. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and enjoy Necroshade's music here on its official YouTube channel.